很高兴认识你。
你会说汉语？
我是中国菜。哎，我不是你的菜吗？嘿嘿嘿。
你是我的菜，我喜欢你，很喜欢。
Okay, let's learn some new words. 很 very 很高兴 very happy 高兴 happy pleased 高兴认识 to know to be acquainted with 认识你 you 我 me 他 she 他 he 汉语 Mandarin Chinese 汉语中国 China 中国说 speak talk or say 说汉语 speak Chinese 说汉语菜 cuisine dish 中国菜 Chinese cuisine 美国菜 American cuisine 喜欢 like 我喜欢说汉语I like to speak Chinese 他喜欢中国菜 She likes Chinese cuisine
很高兴认识你。
你会说汉语？
我是中国菜。哎，我不是你的菜吗？嘿嘿嘿。
你是我的菜，我喜欢你，很喜欢。
Now, it's time for some new phrases and sentences. Let's start with a simple but useful one. When you first meet someone, how do you tell him or her, very happy to meet you? Well, remember the vocab that we learned in the vocab section? Very, 很, happy, 高兴, to know, 认识, you, 你. So we'll just simply put them all together and it becomes a phrase. 很高兴认识你。很高兴认识你。Very happy to meet you. Simple, isn't it? Now, let's move on to our next point. 会 able, have ability to do something. And here's the formula. Subject 会 do something. Subject is able to do something. So if you want to tell someone you're able to speak Chinese, you can say 我会说汉语我会说汉语 I'm able to speak Chinese. Some more example. When I tell people you're able to cook, you can say 我会做菜我会做菜 I am able to cook. One more example. 他会开车他会开车 He is able to drive. The next one that we're going to learn is 是 and 不是是 means to be and 不是 means not to be. Here comes the formula. Subject 是 and you put in noun. Subject 不是 noun. To help you have a more solid idea of when and how to use it, let me help you with some examples. Let's say you have a friend who is Chinese and you want to tell another person his nationality. In this instance, you can introduce him by saying 他是中国人他是中国人 He is Chinese. Another example. 你不是老师你不是老师 You are not a teacher. What if you want to tell someone the food you're eating is Chinese food? In Chinese, you can say 这是中国菜这是中国菜 This is Chinese food. Next, we're going to learn a word that is very commonly used in Chinese language, which is 的.的. What does 的 mean exactly? And how do we use it? Let me help you to understand by giving you some examples. 我 I me 我的 my mine 你 you你的 yours 他 he him 他的 his他 she her 他的 her hers 他 it他的 its 我们 we us 我们的 ours 他们 they them 他们的 theirs. All right. One last point for this lesson. We're going to take a baby step to start forming questions. We're learning the word 吗 How exactly do we use 吗 to form a question? We add it at the end of the statement to make it a question. Here's the formula. Statement 吗 For example, the statement is 你是中国人你是中国人 You are Chinese. And how do we change it into a question? We simply add the 吗 at the end of the statement. So the sentence will be 你是中国人吗你是中国人吗 Are you Chinese? Let's practice together. 这是你的书。这是你的书。This is your book. 这是你的书吗？这是你的书吗？ Is this your book?
你喜欢中国菜？你喜欢中国菜？ You like Chinese food? 你喜欢中国菜吗？你喜欢中国菜吗？ Do you like Chinese food?
One more thing that I would like to share with you before we finish this lesson. 菜 actually has another meaning here. 菜 can also mean type, as in, he's my type. 他是我的菜。他是我的菜。He's my type. 他是你的菜吗？他是你的菜吗？ Is he your type?
很高兴认识你，
你会说汉语？
我是中国菜。哎，我不是你的菜吗？嘿嘿嘿。
你是我的菜，我喜欢你，很喜欢。
This is all for our HSK 1, Lesson 1. If you have any questions, please let us know. Our team will reply to you as soon as we see the comments. Thank you for learning HSK with ChinesePod. I'm Sophie. See you in the next lesson. Bye for now.
ChinesePod, ChinesePod.